Hello, 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 hello. It is time, dun dun dun. It is time, dun dun dun. It is time, dun dun dun. It is time for you to understand what we do, which is what for you. It is, it is, it is, it is what we call Certapro Painters presents Montez at Midday. Certapro Painters, Oklahoma City. Let the professionals do the work, residential or commercial. How is everyone doing on this magnificent Friday edition of the show? Or shall I say, Fish Pump Friday? Can we do Fish Pump Friday? Fish Pump Friday, good people. So, hi, we're doing. All right, your mama doing. Everybody else doing. But no matter what, we're here, folks. We're here. We're right here. And it's Friday. It's been a very challenging, stressful, stressful weekend. But I think anything that you do with passion, anything that you love doing, you're gonna find yourself in that situation. It's up to you to go to your tools and your resources and your whole process of getting through the day to get through the mundane. But how we doing today, good folks? It is what I like to call Libra Nation. So happy birthday to all the Libras out there. Libra Nation, stand up. I'm in 10 days and a wake up to mine. 10 days and a wake up to mine. So it is what I call Fish Pump Friday, Feel Good Friday. And since it's the Halloween month, the witching hour, it's what? Feisty Friday. And to all the folks going to the Belleville Chili Cook-Off this week. And I'm telling you right here, look at me. Look at me. The white chili made by the fire department. You better get there early. You better get there early. Get there early. And I can't believe I'm saying this out loud, but I had it a few times. It's pretty damn good. The vegan chili. They didn't show up last year. They didn't show up last year with the vegan chili. But this year, I got word. I got word late last night that they are there. So high fives in the building. Shh. Chest bumping. Let's hug it out. If you're celebrating a happy birthday today, if you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. And if you're off on your birthday and it's the weekend, you're going out of town, you're doing something that you want to do for your birthday, I applaud you. I applaud you. I applaud you for sure. You need that. People need to do more of things like that for themselves. For themselves. If you're celebrating an anniversary, happy anniversary to you. And if you're just feeling good about yourself and your life and everything is going right, you reached a milestone. You've achieved something as a personal goal within your finances or your job situation. Maybe you finally get in the crib on the 15th, or you got a ride coming this month. Due to your hard work, there you go. For all my folks out there celebrating their sobriety milestones, keep up the great work. We're proud of you here. And in my week of, it's been a very weird week, very weird week. But hey, we got through it. By the way, 5 p.m. today, Friendly's in South City, 3503 Roger Place is opening back up. They spent a few days remodeling the place and doing some maintenance around the place. So it opens back up today at 5 p.m. Friendly's in South City, 3503 Roger Place. But during this week, you have a time everyone has that time to shut it down and to reflect on things, whether good or bad, to regroup, replan, rethink anything, to figure out a new way or whatever, or understand what just happened. Well, while in that moment, I realized something through watching the news. We know what happened in Carolina, Florida, in the Southeast region, all of that. And in our own neighborhood and community, some things have just been happening. But here's what I realized. People care more and share more and care more and give more to people that don't know them and they have never met. Can you imagine The way we treat strangers on the internet, how we just give them all financially, attention, supplies. We do more for strangers that we have never met than our neighbors, our brothers, our sisters, our friends, our community. If we put that much in what we give the music industry, movies, the fine arts, people we don't know at all, we don't live, never met these people before, we put more feelings into that. If we did that to people that we actually know, that we know need someone, they need a helping hand. They need someone to talk to. They need someone to listen to them. They don't need a lot. They just need a helping hand. If we put more attention into that, that would be pretty awesome. But just sitting back and reflecting on what everybody is putting their attention into just amazes me. And there are people right next door to you that are going through something. There's somebody in your immediate family that's going through something. But you'd rather do something for somebody that lives 9,000 miles away. You get them $2,700 because you like the way they look on the video. Well, it is what I like to call Feel Good Friday, people. And let's feel good. There is so much going on. I made this disclaimer about, I think, last April, right before we ended going our break. You know, when you date people, there are certain things you find out about one another. I don't know why men and women wait so long to tell each other that they're sports fans when they meet in their non-season. If you meet somebody over the winter and you don't know they're a baseball fan, you're going to find out. If you don't know nobody's a football fan, you met them in the summertime, you're going to know in August. You see where I'm going with this. So for all the memes I've been seeing about this weekend in college football and in the NFL and even high school homecomings, I'm going to throw that in there. There's next week is going to be even worse. But for now, we're going to keep it right here. I've seen so many posts about people not going to go to a wedding tomorrow because all the games that are on the schedule. Well, if it's your wedding, you're the idiot. But if you're going to a wedding, I don't think it's going to be a problem with you watching the game. Don't do nothing drastic out there, Todd. You too, Nancy. Don't go too far with it. Just now, if you're going to miss the whole day of football, that's on you, because there's no way. I can't fathom that thought. I cannot process that. I told you guys the way college football did the schedule this year. Whew, tomorrow's going to be that day. I may go to voicemail only tomorrow. But it's Friday, kids, and we are here. We've had a few days off due to things out of my control. Still out of my control. We're getting to the gist of it. We're getting to the nitty gritty. But oh my, sports the past 2 days. Whew. I don't know what they put in the water in Major League Baseball. But the wild card is different. Okay? The divisional series is different. How you go into those series not having that train of thought? Look, all 25 of y'all are playing. I want you to understand that. All 25 of y'all are playing. And if you give up a run in a game 5 and you my starting pitcher, you give up a run, you coming out. Next dude come in. Anybody get to third, you coming out. You see where I'm going with this? Anybody batting, especially my big hitters, my bankroll, the people that's killing my bankroll. Those of you know who you are. You go 0 for 2, Phil, pick up a bat. I don't know why managers don't have that mentality. Well, we gotta let them figure it out and see how things go. You know, baseball, it's a team of inches. No, that's football. That's football. Baseball's about timing. And you have teams that have been aggressive on the bases. Shout out to Detroit. Shout out to the Cleveland Guardians. And my youngest son, Tim, he lives in Detroit, so he's pushing and pulling for the Detroit Tigers. I've been hollering about the Cleveland Guardians since May. Them and my San Diego Padres, as the counselor calls it. The Padres. You get it? D-R-E with S, Dre's, Padres. I've been pushing for that narrative of a World Series, be something totally different. Something totally different. It'd be awesome to have those two teams face off. But I don't understand the strategy. Let's take, for instance, what happened in the Kansas City, New York Yankees game. I'm watching this game. Kansas City starting pitcher. It's okay to throw strikes, but he's throwing straight down the middle. There's no movement on the ball. Straight. Where the pitching coach at? Why the catcher not yelling? You got to learn how to control the game. The catcher is the quarterback, if you didn't know that. The catcher is the quarterback. Okay? The shortstop was the center. Them two control everything on a baseball field. The shortstop and the catcher. Some teams sometimes will use the center fielder, shortstop, and catcher. But in my day, back in the olden days, back in the old man river days, there is no way. This man threw 12 out of 17 pitches straight down the middle. What kind of strategy is that? Where's the pitching coach? Where's the talking to in the dugout? Damn the towel over your head and leaning back. You are in control of that. It's not Little League with coach. I don't know how that ball got away from me. As a major league player, that it got away from me. That don't get it. I don't think Kansas City wanted that smoke trying to fight the Yankees last night. No, y'all don't want that. No. When there's aggression built in you over things you can't control, it changes a whole lot of things. And a lot of people that play sports know what I'm talking about. The Mets and the Phillies. The funniest thing I heard about the Phillies, why they keep losing, why they can't get over the hump. They are the suburban energy that they have is just not good. They have suburban energy. If you look at all the teams in the playoffs and look at the Phillies lineup, this guy had me dying on TikTok talking about the Phillies and their suburban energy. But the New York Mets, I don't know if it's Grimace. I don't know if it's the OMG. I don't know if that song Lindor likes, but something caught on with this team in this city. It's not quite like 86. 86, they didn't realize what was happening to the last moment in 86. They didn't realize that until 86. But this here, with a payroll like that, starting out the season 0-5, everybody was raising their hand. What's going on with the Mets? What's going on with the Mets? What's going on with the Mets? That trumpet is gone. The OMG, the Grimace, Lindor's swag. I can't explain how they've put it together, but it's fun to watch. I miss our St. Louis baseball Cardinals being in the postseason, but hey, it wasn't the fans' fault. I can clearly say it wasn't the fans' fault what happened with the Cardinals. But I'm enjoying this postseason. And now you got folks complaining about the format of the MLB playoffs, how that wild card situation, allowing an extra wild card. Why? You got to give the people what they want. Speaking on that level, I don't know what young people want when it comes to baseball commentators. At 53 years old, I've heard a lot of commentators. I don't know what you expect to hear from a person while you're at home watching the game. I don't know what you want to hear between pitches right now, especially with the clock. What do you want to hear? Silence or continual conversation? I've never heard so many people badmouth Al Michaels in St. Louis's own Bob Costas. Goats in my carry. Goats. The young people that you want to move up that chain, they don't have it. They get lost. They get lost in the wild. If you don't believe me, remember they did them games on Apple TV? Remember they did those games on Facebook? Look at those commentators. Look how they were talking about the game. They forgot they were watching a baseball game. They really forgot. Now, on the other hand, I don't like the fact that TBS mutes the crowd noise. Now, I don't know what's going on with that witchcraft shit, but that needs to stop. But I don't know what do you want to hear during a baseball commentating? Just the batter's name, batting average, last at bat performance, what he's did in the postseason, ball strike, hit, out, home run. That's it. So you only hear 7 things per player. If I was in that position, I would do that. I would be a damn robot. Just see, oh, here's Hector Venezuela and 279, right fielder, switch hitter, and 235 on the year. But his postseason batting average is 418. Slash that batted ground out the shortstop. Ball. Strike. Foul tip. There's a cut. There's a one hopper to the third baseman, and he's out. 5-3 put out right there. Who's up next? That what you want to hear? No. Give me some baseball talk. Give me some water cooler conversation. That's what I want. That's what I want. I'm convinced 100% that the WNBA told them referees, do the worst job you can in the play. Do the worst job you can as officiating. That game last night between Minnesota and New York Liberty, St. Louis's own, Nafisa Collier, or we call her Fee, from Incarnate Word. I went to the game when they played SLU when she was in college at UConn. UConn team against SLU, it looked like a WNBA team against an 8th grade squad the size of UConn's team. They retired her number from high school at the game, and they what they did to SLU was just, but I enjoyed the game. That was fun. And now seeing her career where it's at, knowing what she can do, how she's balling out. That game last night had everything. Come back from 18-2 run, 18-2 run. Then it's like the WA referees disappeared. There's a foul happened right in front of him. Before she shot the ball, he didn't call the and one until after the ball went through the hoop and hit the floor. What? And then the ball that went out of bounds of Stewie's foot. What's going on at the officials table in the WNBA? Who's reviewing what? I can't tell. These rappers, these former WNBA players, these their dads, these the great aunts, that mama them. Who are all these people around the scoring table? They don't do that in the NBA. Well, what do these people come from? I think the WNBA, the people that run that league, had a secret meeting with the officials. Say, look here. Don't worry about calling the game 100% right. Do the best you can. We'll worry about it next year. We're working on something else a little bigger. More regular season games. They changed the playoff format. I still have, who is running the WNBA? I mean, it's just they have the wrong people. I don't think none of these people have ever ran a sports league. None of them probably ever even played sports. It's like getting advice when you're married and things not going right, and your friend single who has never been in a serious relationship last 2 weeks, never even been close to marriage, want to give you advice. I feel that's where we have the WM. I think they're missing a golden opportunity to move the needle even more further toward their side of making the league truly theirs, owning this league, giving 100% ownership to the players. That's their league. One of a kind. And shout out to Stewie and Fee Collier for starting the women's 3-on-3 league that starts this February in 2025. Go on, get it now. Women's 3-on-3. So the Major League Baseball playoffs are just going through the roofs. WNBA refs have lost their damn mind. And I want to bring you some to your attention. When they bring these movies to us, they're doing it all the time. They're doing it in a way where, how can I put this? These sports documentaries, the ones that are janky leg done, the one that's action professionalism done, I've watched them all. You name it. But the Aaron Hernandez one, wow. Wow. Yes, I have so many questions. I mean, I was there, meaning I'm a Florida football Gator fan. That whole recruiting process, I was there, saw all that. I knew something was wrong in one game. His antics on the sideline, I was like, something ain't right. Then you hear the rumors. Everybody follows a team or a player on that rumor site that you can go to. But to see it play out and to know what we saw when it was on court, all the information that came out on court TV and in the news and in the media and the sports media. But to see it played out in a documentary, so for professional, that's why I look at these athletes, man, especially the football athletes, like, I can imagine what you went through to get here. Living situations, educational background, financial situation. That's a serious, tough documentary to watch, that Aaron Hernandez documentary. As I tell everybody, man, the NFL, it's a commodity. From the combine to the draft, they're going to find out everything they possibly can about you because they're investing millions of dollars in you, and they don't want to buy a lemon. Everybody bought a lemon car before. It's about to happen again due to the flooding. Scams about to go on the sky high. And flood cars about to go through the roof. Roof. That's where they're about to go. Do your homework, people. Do your homework. In the NFL's had their own type of drama. What happened with the New York Football Jets and Aaron? You can't fire 53 people when you're not winning. Someone must be what? Be the culprit. You can say what you want to about the Jets, but the moment Aaron Rodgers went down on 9/11 last year in that Monday night game, and he was on the sideline after he got hurt, booted up and everything, talking to the guys, talking with Zach, walking him through the motion, giving him that coach back feeling that he needed. But then something happened. Saw that team slide. Because the Jets has always been a 7-9 team or 9-7 team in my eyes before we added that one extra game. They've always been there. You either can make the wild card or you're going to miss it. Because that defense has always been. They always had a pretty decent defense. But things get a little off kilter when it comes to offensive output. So at first it was a problem with the cadence. No. First it was a problem with the right tackle. Then it was a problem with running the routes the right way. Then it was a problem with protection again. Then he tweaked his ankle against Denver. Then the play calling came into play, especially when they played Denver. You're on the 1-yard line. You have a 240-pound running back. Did they run the ball? No. But who was in charge of play calling, though? You got to go to the source when something. But in NFL, it's different. How the firing squad comes at you, it's different. Robert, he'll get back on his feet. He'll get a job again. I don't feel sorry for no coach in the NFL when they lose their job, especially while the season going on. Someone going to pick him up. No problem. He'll be all right. But for the Jets fans and Jets Nation and Man Cave member TJ, how do you feel moving forward? Will the Jets make the playoffs now? I need to see more. I need to see a little bit more. I'm not there yet with the rest of the earth. I can't put him out to the woods and shoot him yet, but I need to see something more from this damn football team. I really do. I mean, right now, football-wise, Shout out to Riley Moss. He is the first white corner since 2002 that got a pick. You know who the last one was? Jason Sehorn. 2002. But he took it back for a pick six. A white corner is that rare? It's like McCaffrey being a white running back. What? Since 2002, Riley Moss with the Denver Broncos, first white corner. Kansas City, I think you need to stop showing Taylor Swift and show Xavier Worthy's mom. Am I hearing right? Everybody wants to see Xavier Worthy's mom. Man, look here. If I'm playing in the league, my mama not dressing like that. No. I don't give a damn if she is 38. Not my problem. Not my problem. No. No. Not at all. We done heard about how these players and your teammates are. Let's say, for instance, I don't know, Stephon Diggs. This dude has a problem. He has a problem. Remember that video the Minnesota Vikings? They went in the locker room. Which teammate you wouldn't want dating your sister? 100% all of them said Stephon Diggs. Did you hear the allegations with Stephon Diggs? So I'm concerned about a couple of things. I'm concerned about the Jets, Miami, and Cleveland with their business decisions moving forward. If I was Miami, I'm talking to Pittsburgh. Let me get Russ. If I'm Cleveland, I'm talking to Carolina. Here, take Deshaun. Take Deshaun. Take him right now. It's only going to cost you $80 million on the cap if you do it right now. Here. You basically take him. You right now. Pack. You better call Tyrone. I swear I don't know how they have the composure to do the things they do. What up, cuz? It's Fist Pump Friday. It's been a stressful week here on the home front, but other than that, it's all good and dandy. But I'm just wondering what is when they know what they've gotten themselves into. And you saw the way that man looked the past 2 games? Nah, that's not a quarterback. That's a bad decision right there. I'm curious to see what Miami's going to do. If the Jets lose this week by more than 7 points, somebody else going to get fired. Or somebody's going to resign from a position. Watch. It happens all the time. When people get challenged, don't do your job. Do your job. And I think we're in trouble, college football. We're in trouble. I talked about this 2 weeks ago. Hopefully tomorrow, my man Ray, who's down in Jacksonville, Florida, he gave me the thumbs up. Power was out. Past couple of weeks, he's been having some issues with power down there because it went storm, hurricane, over a 3 or 4 week period down there. So don't know if we're going to do a college football show yet tomorrow. But if we do, same time, same bat channel, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time for the college football show, my man Ray and I, as we break down all of the college football games for you. But yeah, college football, I try to talk to you guys about celebrating when you make a defensive play. I get it, you hyped. At least 75,000 people looking at you. You make a big play. You've been challenged all week by your coach. Dude been chirping at you all game. But there's no need to pull out the pew-pew. Where are they learning this from? Like the little kids. Look, Papa on a football team. Instead of hand shaking, they got a belt. They slap your hand and hit you with the belt. Where does this come from? Where did this start at? We used to get done playing, yelling and chirping at each other, come to the middle of the field, do a prayer. We would pray that we made it through that game with no injuries. And if somebody got hurt, we pray for them to have a speedy and healthy recovery, able to go home to their family 100% and go back to work money 100%. They don't do that no more. Pulling out the pew pew. I mean, words. You know, I used to say stuff like, "I'm sorry you didn't play catch with your daddy. Not my bad. Not my fault. Not my problem." But now, for a sack or a pick sick or a big hit or a big sack, tackle for loss, they're pulling out the pew pew and going too far. I think they're going more than 15 yards. It's going to call unsportsmanlike conduct, automatic ejection, and loss of possession. That's what they ought to do. Let's take the ball, eject them, giving them 15 yards. Yeah. Let's hurt them. I better cut it down there. Remember we went through that phase in the 90s, early 2000s when the fans were getting a little bit too much into the game and they were throwing shit on the field? What the referee say? Do it again, we're going to penalize your team. Pull out the pin one more time. I don't give a damn how far your parents flew. Yeah, I know grandma, first time being out here, first time seeing you. You got to control yourself or you're going to be in that locker room. You're going to be in the locker room. Then coach going to be mad at you and suspend you for a game. So let's put all that on the line, coaches. Let's talk to our players this weekend. No more pium. Any piums, I'm suspending you for a game. Maybe the NCAA is going to eject you from the game. They're going to take the ball from us and give it to the team again. So it's back-to-back possessions. Okay. That's what I would do. Still trying to sort through the mail. We're going to talk about it next week on this NIL and the letter of intent session and the fact that collegiately they're trying to pull off some shit that Major League Baseball has been doing for decades. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to profit off your future earners by giving you a loan now. That's a loan shark there, right? I'll give you a stack, but when you get paid, I need that interest on top of that. Does that seem fair to you? Is it that hard out there right now to live as a college athlete on campus? Is it that hard? You need that much money. I know some schools you can't drive as a freshman. You need a ride that bad. You need to live off campus in that type of house, that type of condo, that bad. I want to know what is the big expense in college right now? What is it? Why do you need that much money in college? You don't go to college to send money home. That's not what they're signed up for. You don't go to college to put somebody on and to what they call it, flip that. No. This is not what this is about. They need a governing body over that whole process of NIL. They need somebody with some financial intelligence, with a true governing rule in the body. They need precedents set up. They need policies and procedures. They need this thing to go across the board because you got another group trying to start another league based on NIL guarantee. So they're just worried about you in college. What about after that? So where's the plan? I've only heard of 2 collegiate programs that are really concentrating on you in your NIL money because let's face it, like 2% of you going to the league. The rest, what you going to do? What you going to do? You just can't, flip that for me. I'm going to flip that. No. But we're going to talk more about as more and more information coming about this front you money for NIL and your future to NIL and your future turn pro. Former NBA player Kendrick Perkins started a company called Nelly. And their company is basically fronting you money. Right now they have, I believe, 25 football players and 20 basketball players that currently represent right now. For yourself. I think that's a dangerous. The verbiage in here, it's so fast and way beyond people who don't have that financial language in them. You can get duped. How many of you in your entire life signed a bad car deal when you were young, thinking you were grown? Raise your hand. When you heard that, when you went to go trade it in a few years later, and what they tell you, you upside down on your loan. What? Oh, yeah, you owe more than what the car worth. Oh, my God. So people are getting duped on these deals. They're not looking down when people are talking to them. They're looking up. Get somebody that can read that verbiage, someone you trust in the financial field. Not everybody trying to rip you off. Some things you got to know for yourself and do for yourself. I really am. And before I get out of here, like I said, this has been one of those weeks that I wouldn't wish upon anyone. But due to the military background, and I don't want my parents yelling at me. Yes, at 53, I don't want that smoke. I don't want that smoke. So just to recap about a few things, we open up the show about I wish people cared as much about people they actually know than strangers they'll never meet. I've never seen people be so sympathetic, outpouring, and giving to total strangers on the internet and the news and the media than people they actually know that's going through something. You won't listen to them. You won't help them out, but you help somebody out 9,000 miles away? Come on now, man. A total stranger? What happened to community? In the movie Fight Night, he said a very important line. He said, I'm tired of people talking about we together. When we are together, when shit hit the fan, we ain't together. So when are we supposed to be together? Deep, deep, deep. I also talked about, I think the WNBA has a plan with the referees. I think they actually got the referees in the room, not a Zoom, not FaceTime. All of them got together in the room. And the league officials, the people that run the WNBA, told these officials, don't worry about making the right call. Don't worry about doing the best you can. Do what you can. On 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm not saying I know every call in any of the sports that I watch. I've played enough damn ball in my life. I've watched enough instructional videos. I've been around people that do officiate. What they're doing at WNBA is officials. They all should be fired and retrained. Because there's no way if you watched that game last night. I'm not even talking about the foul at the end of the games. Just rewatch that game today. You're going to say, how they miss that? What are they watching? The last 2 minutes and 40 seconds of regulation, the referees were watching the game. Oh, shit. Travel. What? They were caught up in the moment. They were watching the game. If you've ever played sports, you have been a part of something like that before. You went to an official, hey, what the hell you're watching the game, aren't you? Get it together, WNBA. Major League Baseball fans, you have turned me into the costumes you guys wear to Major League Baseball playoff games. I have to come up with some crazy ass costume because these costumes that I'm seeing, these are not children. These are not teenagers. These are not college students. These are grown ass men and women that are dressing up like that. And I love it. I'm loving these MLB playoffs. The coaching, as I told you, everybody is playing. In a decisive game, like today in this Padres-Dodgers game, I'm rooting for the Padres. The minute the starting pitcher give up a run, pull him. I ain't got time for this. No. All of y'all pitching. I don't want to hear I got tendonitis. You better get a shot, Joey. No. Emperors will be wild. Tempers are a little high in this series between the Dodgers and the Padres. It's going to be very, very interesting. We almost had a fight last night with Kansas City and New York. By the way, bye, Kansas City. Bye. We all know we don't like nothing about Kansas City, from that fake barbecue, the atrocious softball fields, the drive there, boring. You know how I feel about the Chiefs. You know how I feel about the Royals. I have no interest in women's soccer. No interest at all. Not at all. Unless it's a movie, documentary. That's it. That's it. But the actual thing, no way. And one more thing we got to get out of here. As I said, tomorrow relationships will be tested for the ones that did not tell each other that they like college football. You will be tested. You will be tested. Tomorrow is that day. It has been circled on the calendar. I don't have asthma, but I may have to get me apparatus to give me more oxygen tomorrow. Because if it goes the way, we have not had a boring weekend in college football this year. Thank you, college football. I don't even want to get into the NFL. It's so much going on in NFL drama-wise. I don't do drama. It's like arguing in a restaurant with your partner. Who does that? You better smile. I'll take some water. I just take some water. You ever smile argue? You better shut your ass up. That's when you discipline your kids and you're in public. You want to sit your ass down? All right. And my new hit song, Rubbing One Out on the Living Room Floor. That is my new TikTok country song, Rubbing One Out on the Living Room Floor. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, right? And again, let's replace Taylor Swift with Xavier Worthy's mom. I wouldn't. My mom not wearing that to no damn game on live TV. And Riley Moss is the first white corner since 2002 to get a pick. And he plays for my Denver Broncos. So I hope your weekend goes the way you want it to go. And to my college football fans, tomorrow will be that day. And breaking news, Friendlies in South City will open today at 5 p.m. after a few days of maintenance at 3503 Roger Place. Also going on in downtown Bell Vegas, we got the Belleville Chili Cook-Off. I'm going to tell you, the white chili made by the fire department. Pull up a chair. Just pull up a chair. Chili and beer and sit down. That's all you need. And if my man's still there, he had the TVs set up on the thing. You post up right there. He had 6 TVs right there on this little portable cart, man. Because people know. Now, honey, if you want me to go to this dang thing now, you know the game comes on at 2:30. Well, they got a TV down there. You better be sure. Or there's going to be some angry looks tomorrow. What's wrong with Jerry? He likes college football. Oh, my God. Oh. Well, it has been a great day. Thank you for Friday. This is one of the best Fridays I've had in quite some time. I don't know if it's the fact it's Libra Nation. We on countdown to the big day. 10 days in the wake up. I feel like a kid when I get close to my birthday. But this is the one I don't know what I want to do. I want to go somewhere, but the way they jacked up the airline prices last week. Look, I don't want to sit up there with the pilot. Okay, let's get that straight. I don't want to sit up there with the pilot. I don't want to be the person telling you where to exit at. I don't want to do that. I just want to sit on the plane and get off the plane where I'm going. That's it. I want to bring my one piece of luggage on, but that's it. I don't want to give y'all nothing to check in. Nope. We're not playing that game. Nope. Nope. Or they got this Airbnb adult arcade video house. I could do that. I could do that. I could do that. I could do that 100% for sure. I could do that for sure. What's up, Jerry, man? I hope you get better, my man. Hope you get better. Hope you get better. Hope you get better, man. Prayers and strength to you to the speedy recovery. To all the folks out there, man, going through that. All right. One more thing before we get out of here. Nope. We already talked about that. Okay. We're saving the rest for next week. Yeah. All right. Because we got to talk about these horror movies and thriller movies I've been watching. Oh, one more thing. Law and Order. In Law and Order SVU will have you standing up yelling at the TV like you watching an intense sporting event. Yesterday was too much with Law and Order. They went too far. Where did they find that crime at? I mean, I'm going to start Googling what has happened when they do an episode. Because they say we depicted from the story that things that be true. Don't. That really happened. Okay. We're going to do some research on that. Well, folks, it's been fun. It's big things to come. Hopefully a nice announcement is on the way. And for the rest of you that are at work, hope you're getting off soon. For those of you that are celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. I hope you do what you want to do for your birthday, not what somebody else planned for you on your birthday. It's your birthday. You take control of it. Last time you didn't have control over your birthday, it was the day you were born. Think about it. The more you know, the more you know. With kids, boys and girls, and children of all ages, have a great weekend. Enjoy your sports fix starting tonight. Game 5 of the Dodgers and the Padres. It's the Padres. I'm gonna get a hat made like that when they go to the World Series. And also college football. I feel like tomorrow is Christmas. I can't sleep the night before Christmas. Still to this day, as a grown over 50, I still cannot sleep the night before Christmas. I don't know why. I just get excited. That's how I feel about tomorrow. I can't wait to go to bed today because I want to get up tomorrow and get ready for the game. All right, folks, enjoy the rest of your Fist Pump Friday, Feel Good Friday, Freaky Friday, and also all my witches out there. Y'all get ready for that witch walk next weekend.